Welcome back. So you may remember that a few episodes back I was talking about how I really struggled with the last boss of Blasphemous 1, and this will probably be no different. Yeah, well, we're there now, and I don't think I can delay anymore. So this could be, this could very abruptly degrade into absolute nightmares, especially considering the boss I just beat gave me a hard enough time. Like, I can fully imagine the next one being like a considerable step up from that, so let us ascend, I guess. Beam me up, Scotty. I've never seen Star Trek. I'm sure that's a very important line, though. Oh look, I'm in heaven. I'm sure there's not meant to be so much growling in heaven, but... Hello. That'll be the newborn then.
Higher will. Incorporeal and inscrutable fathers. I am the heir of your all-encompassing light.
I didn't expect him to have a voice like that.
Devotion itself, embodied in weathered flesh and gilded filigree. Your magnum opus. Though I am crowned with your glory, why do you censure my presence alongside you? What is this obscure darkness of unanswered cries that prevents me from understanding the purpose of my birth? Are the same crimson clouds that heralded my welcome the grave omen of your judgment?
It's weird for a big, like, deific being to be, like, calling upon a higher power.
If this confrontation is proof of thy dignity of your glory, then so be it.
So be it. Yeah, I figured the heart would be the thing to attack. Probably don't want to get exploded, though. Probably, I imagine. Flowers? Ah. They are whackable bullets. But the heart's shielded until we destroy the flowers. I see. Oh. Okay. Yep. Right, okay. Okay, I'm learning. Okay, it's a learning experience. To be fair, none of the attacks he's done so far seem that bad. I mean, he's got a very big health bar, and he probably has 2 phases, because he's a final boss. So it's probably going to be more of an endurance fight than a super high skill cap fight like the previous one. Hopefully. Because I can generally do those better. I can generally handle those a bit better. Generally. I hope he's not going to go through that whole fucking speech every time. Please just pop up and fight me. Please don't chat shit for ages again. Ah, I can skip through it at least. Oh, that's new. Oh, wasn't expecting the laser beams that time. Okay. Okay, a little bit spicier than I was expecting, actually. They're very dodgeable attacks, but when you're doing it on a tiny little platform, it suddenly becomes a little bit more of a challenge. Also, I just died twice without recovering my souls, which means I lose max mana. I don't know if that's going to matter much. I haven't been summoning so far. Probably should be, to be honest. think as long as I recover them, I should still be able to summon. I think. Maybe not, actually. I seem to recall having this issue before. Fuck that one up. See, that is a lot spicier. Oh, fuck. Actually dodging is the explosions more than the laser beams. Those are fucking rough to avoid when you're on these platforms. God, you lose your composure for a second and it's just gone. You just get juggled. Like, getting back into the rhythm again is basically impossible. I guess I just need to, like, when there's an explosion about to go off, I just need to double jump on the spot, I think. Dashing does not help me in that context. Which is a hard sort of mindset to break, because dash is the dodge button, right? That's what I use to avoid taking damage generally, so I sort of instinctively reach for that every time something's about to hit me. Why do I get the feeling this isn't over? I know we got the kill frame, but no. Oh, wait, actually? Actually, is that it? Are you sure? That actually really wasn't that bad at all, what the fuck? don't get me wrong, I don't want another phase. I'm not sure I could handle another phase.
Now I understand. And for this, I offer thee my humble thanks. This pain is my baptismal sacrament that will unite us in communion to make it flesh. Thus, we will be reborn as a new symbol incarnate, overflowing with devotion. The beginning of a new era for the miracle. The second son.
What? I guess I finished the game. That was a little bit abrupt, honestly. the end, I suppose. That's sort of an overarching thing with this game I've noticed a little bit, is that all the pieces are really good, but the way it fits together is just always a little bit haphazard. Now, it's got an intensely indie vibe about it. And I mean that in a sort of almost derogatory term, I guess. Like, it does feel a little bit cheap at times, despite all the expensive animation and the really, really good gameplay and everything. Just like, it all feels a bit abrupt, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, that final boss was hard. It was tricky. It played into my, inability to handle bullet hells quite well, but also you'll notice that my poison, my asthma sensor thing just absolutely cheesed the fuck out of it, so that helped. So yeah, done, I guess. Game over. This is going to be a short fucking video. I'm going to cut some of these fights out as well. It was like 5-6 attempts, something like that, to kill it, but whatever. Anyway, overall opinion of the game, I thought it was very, very good. As I say, despite my little snidey comments just a second ago. Yeah, the sort of anime cutscenes have grown on me a little bit. Some pretty good voice acting throughout. Music's always very this. I love the pixel art animation. I think that looks great. So a lot of monster designs are heinous. A lot of the character designs are even more heinous. I'm looking at you, Nipple Man. Most of the boss fights are pretty cool. I think it was very rarely like... It never reached like Hollow Knight levels, and certainly never reached like, the sort of absurdly difficult like Sekiro bosses or anything like that, right? It was always quite a fair, challenging but fair game. I think the only fight that... I think there's probably two fights that gave me a bit of a run for my money. First off, the literal first one I did, which I think maybe shouldn't have been the first one I did. The dude with the baby, with his 3 phases, that one took a bit of grinding out. And then the second to last boss was pretty rough as well. But they were all bosses where, like, if you got the flow, if you learned the patterns, they weren't that bad. And most of the bosses were just genuinely fun. Like, there's quite a few I one-shot. Most of them I got within about 3 attempts, I think. And they're all pretty well balanced, pretty cool, distinctive. As I say, especially with the really, really unique art, visual design throughout this game. It's very good. They've got their own choir. Just looking at the credits now, they've got their own goddamn choir. That's crazy. So anyway, this makes 2 games completed in 2 days. Look at me go. Yeah, just wrapped up The Longing yesterday as well. So if you want to see a very, very different game, go watch me play that. Otherwise, if you liked the look of this game and want to take a swing at it yourself, please buy it. Support indie developers. I say this time and time again, but do it. Even if these guys are published by Team 17 now and probably aren't desperate for money, still support good art. Yeah, this was a cool game. This was a fun game. I think I liked it quite a bit more than the first one, to be honest with you. I don't know, I played through the first one and I just didn't get that enthused about it. I think maybe I was a little burned out on games like this because it came out sort of in pretty rapid succession with a bunch of other similar games, right? Like, it wasn't that far from Hollow Knight, Salt and Sanctuary. I played Unworthy around this time. There was another one as well. Mine's Gone Dead, but a lot of these like 2D Souls-like hacky slashy sort of fellas were sort of bombarding us a bit at the time. But I mean, we're all so fucking thirsty for Silk Song that getting something to tide us over in this drought has been pretty good, actually. Yeah, I have enjoyed this a lot. I haven't understood half of the plot. It's all been a bit, I wouldn't say pretentious, because it's just leaning into sort of classic Christianity theming, I guess. But it's all gone over my head a little bit for the most part, but I think that's okay. I think the vibes were enough to keep me compelled, right? See what horror show awaited me next, and there were some pretty cool horror shows in this one. Anyway, yeah, good game. Small little round of applause for this. I'm sure it would have made my Game of the Year list last year if I'd done one. And yeah, there will be more to come on this channel, I'm sure. Plenty of other things for the list of games that I want to play at some point. So stick around if you want to see more of that, or don't if you don't. This seems a good place to mention it as any. I am sort of pivoting the channel a little bit. I don't want to, you know, I've been running this channel for 6.5 years. I don't know, a while at this point. And it's just been, you know, almost daily Let's Play videos for the entire time. I think I do want to pivot away from that a little bit. I'm enjoying doing content about music a lot recently, just because I'm a big music fan. Probably say I'm a music fan first and a video game fan second. So being able to talk about that at length has been fun. So I am pivoting a little bit more towards that. I think in future I will be running a singular Let's Play at a time instead of 2 or sometimes even 3 alongside each other. I'm probably only doing like 2 or 3 videos on them a week. Give myself a bit more time, you know. So it won't be quite as bombardy with videos as it once was around here, but there will always be video game content on this channel, so don't you worry. If you have any video games you want me to play, in fact, I am open to suggestions. I have a list as long as my penis, not very long actually, but still a substantial amount of video games that I want to get around to playing. So I've always got stuff to play on the channel, but if there's anything you want to see me play, then shoot it my way. I will jump on that. Very open to suggestions at all times. Anything else I want to say? Any more housekeeping I want to do here? I don't think so. I think we're about done here. I guess we'll just sit and let I almost said pledits then. That's not the word, is it? Sit and let the credits roll. It's a little round of applause to all these people, and that guy with his weirdly off-center name, Gabriel Fernandez. Why is your name like that? We'll sit and watch these people roll past, give them their flowers, and see if there's anything post-credits. And yeah, that'll be it, I think. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. No, there's nothing. Okay. Again, quite abrupt, that one. Quite abrupt. Anyway. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved